Hi everyone. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Thank you so much for attending this Q&A live. If you have submitted a question, I will answer. If you are live, you could just ask your question at any time. So just to give you an idea for questions, any YouTube, any business related questions are totally okay. And I am streaming to you from gorgeous Costa Rica. I'm here working remotely, and it's actually going well. I'm actually getting way more done than at home. I don't know, it's maybe the vibes, and I just really found myself productive here. So, at any point, just put your questions in the comments, and I will just highlight them and answer them. If you still want to kind of see what we're doing, you can wait with that too. But first of all, welcome lovely new members. Who here is a brand new member of YouTube Income Vault? Let me know in comments. I wanna welcome you, and I also want to welcome everybody who's here. Nikki, Nick, Alberta, Sarah. Thanks guys. Thanks for your lovely energy. So a few things. If you are here and you're not even, oh, I haven't even checked if I sound well, hopefully. Let me see. So if you are here, or if you are in the vault and you are like, oh, I don't even know what question to ask. It's like, I just don't know. Like, you are the right place because I will give you some suggestions if you are not quite sure what to ask. Okay. And also, if you join the vault, maybe, or if you're hanging out here and if you are thinking, am I at the right place, in the right place? I don't have a YouTube channel. Don't worry, because half the people in the YouTube Income Vault don't have the channels yet. It takes courage, guys, and sometimes we need a bit more time to get things going. Okay, our journey is our journey, and we don't have to watch anybody else how they are moving. We're gonna move at our own speed. Okay. Those of you who just are tuning in, who are not members, I just wanted to let you know, I'm talking about our membership YouTube Income Vault. We're at 252 members, no, 257 last time I checked, which is absolutely amazing. So we had quite a lot of people join in February. So this is awesome. We have a free trial going on. So that's great. If you need a link, let us know in comments. We'll help you out. Okay, so let's get to questions. I'm going to start with the pre-submitted ones in the YouTube Income Vault. And then I will also cover your questions for those of you who are live. And I will also then suggest how to find your next step. Okay, if you're not quite sure what to do next, I'm going to suggest, because it can be a little bit overwhelming, right? Okay, so I am going to share my screen. Da, 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 da. Perfect. So these are the pre-submitted questions from, I'm going to enlarge it so you can guys see, from the YouTube Income Vault. So Elaine has an interesting question. So the content I want to make may need a disclaimer since it is about driving a vehicle. Should it be a short video of me talking, or will a static page that I read as a voiceover be good enough or better? I would just cover that the video is my opinion and I am not an authority. Follow at your own risk, kind of a thing. Elaine, this is a great question and I'm glad you're paying attention to this. I usually see these disclaimers as static pages, just like you see them in movies, but try to definitely look into it. And more importantly, look it up, ask ChatGPT what should be actually included in that disclaimer, or better yet, ask ChatGPT to write you that disclaimer. Okay, do the research because you will be using this disclaimer quite a lot in your videos. So just do it once and then you're going to be using it, all the time. Okay. So hi, Anika. Good to see you. Okay, so let me grab actually something to write so that those of you who pre-submitted questions, I will be able to give you timestamps. This is something. So Elaine, we were chatting about your question at 9 minutes after the hour. Okay, let's get to the next question. Vanessa, I love this question, by the way. I bet, and this is the thing with Q&As, guys, even though it's not your question, you may get an aha moment, just like with Vanessa's. How to increase traffic to the YouTube channel? Any tips? Okay. Love this question, and because this will actually help me talk about YouTube algorithm and how it works. So YouTube algorithm works differently from other social media algorithms because it is constantly trying to find our audience. Okay. So the YouTube algorithm, the only help that YouTube algorithm needs from us is clarity of our messaging and clarity of our videos. Okay. So Vanessa, to answer your question, how to increase traffic, make videos that are aligned with what your audience wants and keep repeating the same topic to really send to the algorithm the signal that this is your audience. So in other words, if you make a video, I'm not sure what your niche is, but if you make a video about regulating nervous system in the mornings, for example, starting your day, make a few videos around that topic. Repeat those keywords. If your membership, if your videos, if your channel is for women business owners, repeat that as well. So to increase traffic, have more clear signals to the algorithm. Repeat these long tail keywords to the algorithm so that it can really find your audience, because YouTube algorithm is often confused. It just doesn't know who to send our videos to, and that's how we get low traffic. Because this is what happens. When we post a video, we get impressions, and you could see it in your YouTube analytics. Like often, I see my impressions going like this, for example, and then like this, right? So climb, 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 then flat, then maybe climb, 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 climb again. So impressions are basically, it's the attention of the algorithm so it's the attention that the algorithm gives to our videos. So at first, YouTube gives our videos a chance. And then when our videos are not up to algorithm's expectations, then we don't get that many impressions or that much traffic. Okay. So what you want to do, you want to have videos that interest your subscribers, that interest your audience, that are very much aligned. Okay. And many things that play into the algorithm giving you more impressions and more traffic, as you said. Retention, hook. If your videos can retain viewers, if you can be interesting and the viewers will keep watching, you are gonna get more traffic from the algorithm. If your thumbnails are scroll stopping, you're gonna get more traffic from the algorithm. So make more videos, make more good videos would be my answer to how to get more traffic on YouTube. It's the algorithm that gives you impressions. If we want to send the videos on social media, the number of viewers that we can actually get is very small compared to what algorithm can do with the aligned videos. Okay, if you send a video to a list that is 1,000 people, you may get 5 clicks, right? Meanwhile, the algorithm can like send the video to thousands of people if it feels that it is aligned. So the goal of the algorithm is to keep people on the YouTube app. Just keep that in mind, guys. If you want more traffic, keep viewers on YouTube. If they click off, if they stop watching, if they don't click at all, you're not going to get traffic from the algorithm. You're not going to get as many impressions. Okay? Does anybody have questions about this? Because that's a pretty interesting and important topic. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the YouTube algorithm works really well. We just have to give the algorithm the right signals. And the right signals are especially in the first sentence of your video. Start the video with positioning the video right away, or who it is for, right? So for example, I could say, if you've ever wondered how to start your YouTube channel, right? Right there in the first sentence, I am signaling to algorithm that this is a video of how to start a YouTube channel, like right away. The title signals as well, the thumbnail signals as well. So, or this is for us to get more traffic, for the algorithm to like us. This is why if you have an old channel with subscribers that you're not even sure if they still exist, right? It can be pretty bad for impressions, because first YouTube sends our video to our current subscribers. So if they don't watch, your impressions may slow down. YouTube may think, okay, if your subscribers don't watch your own videos, I'm not gonna push it further. Okay, so that can impact the traffic. So to sum up, Vanessa, how to increase traffic to the YouTube channel: give algorithm better signals as far as who your videos are for. Start strong in the first sentence. Say right away what the video is all about. Work on improving retention so that people watch your videos longer. Have strong thumbnails so that your videos are scroll stopping, and YouTube algorithm is going to notice it and say, oh, okay, Vanessa's videos are stopping the scroll. I'm going to send her more traffic. Okay, so every little bit of improvement will increase traffic to your videos. As far as you sending your videos over to social media, sharing in your email list, this effort is really small compared to what the algorithm can do for you. But I'm not saying don't do it. You can do it, but don't focus on it as your main goal for increasing traffic. Focus on being consistent with your topics on YouTube, and you are gonna get more impressions. Also, learn how to read impressions. Okay, impressions are right there in the YouTube studio, and you're gonna and this is what, and by the way, guys, impressions can always like increase out of the blue. If there is something, if there is like a trend going on and your video fits, even 6 months later, YouTube can decide to push your video. Actually, some of the viral videos go viral months later or even a year later. That's the beauty of YouTube. YouTube is evergreen. Okay, so we have, oh, Nikki is new. Hello, hello. Sarah joined yesterday. That's wonderful. Okay, so let's look at your questions here. If you are live, you can ask your questions here, and then we're going to continue the pre-submitted ones. Okay, Sarah, I just started a channel a few weeks ago and it's going well. This is awesome. But I feel really disorganized. How do you recommend I keep track of future content ideas, content in progress, finished content, etc.? Sarah, I love this question and I'm going to write it down because you just inspired a future session. Okay, I am going to do a session, but to just answer your question right now is I recommend that you use either Trello or Asana and you just drag the cards. You drag the cards from, you know, one column can be ideas, another column can be, you know, scripting, filming, and then published. So you just drag the pieces from ideas to scripting, from scripting to filming, from filming to publish. This way you will know exactly what you're working on. Okay. Also, Google Drive. Organize your Google Drive. That can also help you. But out of my experience, a Trello board, organized Trello board where you can just drag the cards. And so the first column, for example, will have a lot of items because it's going to be your ideas. Brainstorming. You can have like brainstorming ideas, brainstorming. The second column can be approved. In brainstorming, you can have 20 and then you will approve, let's say 3. Okay, and then you can delete from the brainstorming, and from the ideas, you can then drag them to scripting, drag them to filming, etc. I hope that was helpful. Anika says Notion is also good. Okay, I use Asana, but Notion is also good. As long as you can just like drag things and you could see where you're at in the process. Okay, great question. Great question. Okay, so I will go over the organization. Also, keep in mind, for those of you who are in the YouTube arena, definitely have a column for outliers. Okay, so have the column for the thumbnails that inspire you, the titles that inspire you, the videos that are outliers. Okay. Okay, so Sarah, this is another awesome question. This is great. Are impressions the most important metric to tell us what's working? Love it. So let's go back to the beginning when you're starting a channel. What should you be paying attention to at the beginning? First, what you should be checking is your video stopping the scroll? Because if your video is not stopping the scroll, then nobody will even see it. Okay, so to answer your question, impressions are not the most important metric. It's CTR. Okay, CTR should be around, I mean, at least 2% to 5%, and that's thumbnail and title. So CTR, 2 to 5% thumbnail and title, not title. Okay, so because just think about it. First, you have to have people at least stop the scroll. Nobody will see your video if you don't stop them. So that is number one. Impressions are kind of out of your control, so you could definitely check them, but they won't really help you to adjust because YouTube decides about impressions. What I would also check besides CTR is I would check the hook rate. This is number 2 thing that I would check, and the hook rate is how many people stay after 30 seconds. How many people stay after 30 seconds. So we have the CTR and we have how many people stay after 30 seconds. That means it's a hook rate. This is super, super important, but do it after you check that CTR is 2 to 5%. If it's 0.5%, please work on your thumbnails and titles, because what it means, you are putting a lot of work into your videos, but nobody sees your videos because your thumbnails are not scroll stopping. Okay, and then how many people stay after 30 seconds, also super important, because if you can't keep people on the app, YouTube will not like it and YouTube will not give you impressions. So all these metrics are basically indicators to YouTube if it should give you more impressions or not. Yes, I love it. And thank you for asking these questions. The difference between CTR and impressions is CTR, click-through rate. CTR is a click-through rate. And that is how many people stop or click when they see your thumbnail. So imagine on your home page, you have lots of thumbnails lined up, right? And then some people will click on yours. So ideally, you want to have 3, 4, 5 people out of 100 to click. That is CTR, okay? Then you have impressions. Impressions is basically the traffic that YouTube gives you. Impressions is the traffic that YouTube gives you. YouTube basically shows you your video, your thumbnail title first to a certain amount of people and sees how your video is behaving. If you're able to stop the scroll, if you're able to keep them on the app, if you are, it will give you more impressions. If you're not, your impressions will flatline. Okay, your impressions will flatline. It means, okay, we tried with Anna's video and it's not stopping the scroll. It's not keeping people on the app. They're leaving. Unfortunately, we're going to give those impressions, those eyeballs, to other videos. So impressions, Sarah thinks of impressions as eyeballs. YouTube decides that. CTR is a click-through rate. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Okay, so let's go back to our pre-submitted questions and then keep those questions coming. Yes, impressions are very much different than views. Imagine impressions is YouTube pushing your videos to a crowd of people. And then views are people who are actually going to watch the video. So you have thousands and thousands of impressions, and then you're going to get a few people who are going to actually click and watch, right? So out of thousands, depending how your video will do, you're going to get views. Impressions, let's imprint the video, let's spread the video. That's the algorithms work. Then who's going to click on the video and watch? That's your views. So to give you an example, if it's like 100 views, it was probably maybe 5,000 or 10,000 impressions. Okay, so impressions, again, is YouTube spreading your video, trying to find your audience. YouTube algorithm works really hard trying to find your audience. We just have to be more clear with our messaging so that YouTube can, so that we can make it easier for YouTube. And you know, YouTube shows our video next to other videos. That YouTube wants people on the app. And if we are able to keep people on the app, we are going to get impression. Absolutely. And I love your questions because I bet more people have the same question that you asked, Sarah. So thank you so much. Okay. All right. So keep those questions coming. They are super helpful. Ah, the coffee is so good. How do you drink your coffee? Let me know in comments. For me, I love almond milk and I love my latte. Oh my God, I just like coffee is I love the smell. I love the taste. I love everything. I love the ritual, and I love coffee shops. I love everything about coffee. Um, coconut milk and honey. Ooh la la, that's delicious. That's so delicious. Mm, yeah. Okay. Okay. So, any other coffee drinkers? It gets quiet today. I buy coffee from Ethiopia and it's divine. Oh, I. A Costa Rican coffee is actually really delicious. Too bad they're not really exporting as much, but I've been just drinking their coffee. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so Quest Mystic. Oh, let me know if you have an answer, then your name as well, if your name is in the channel, so that I can address you properly. Thank you. Quest Mystic. Oh, I love Quest Mystic. I drink matcha. Oh, Nikki, matcha is amazing. I love matcha as well. But you know what with matcha is like, if I need like a pick me up, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have another coffee instead of a matcha. But sometimes I have matcha. Oh, Carolina. Okay. Carolina or Carolina? Carolina. Let's go with Carolina. Nice to meet you. Okay. Carolina. Okay. Now let's go to Nikki. Oh, Nikki, maybe you are here on live. Is this you? If this is you, you can, it's gonna be easy. Okay, Ariana. Let's go to Ariana, then we're gonna go to Nikki. Oh, Nikki, perfect. Awesome. Your question will be for some, I just clicked on this one, so let me just grab this one. Brand new, does your training work for service providers? I don't have a product yet. Absolutely. So, Ariana, yes. YouTube Income Vault, we have a lot of service providers there. We have a lot of coaches. And what YouTube does for your business is basically it creates like and trust. So I would say that it's incredible for service providers because it just shortens the path between potential buyer and buyer, because you're creating like and trust with videos, right? So as for a coach, and you don't need actually that many subscribers, views, or anything if you're a service provider, because you know it's better to focus on the subscribers that you already have and nurture them instead of just trying to get more and more and more, because we don't need that many, right? I got my first client, a private client from YouTube after I posted my first video. Maybe, and I didn't even have like, no, maybe I had a few videos, but I had 67 subscribers. That's the point. We don't need that many subscribers to sign clients as service providers. So and a good thing for you is also, if you make a video or somebody asks you a question, you can just send them to a video. Okay, you could just send them to a video of yours to watch. So I'm actually going to let me see. I'm going to we have a I'm going to, this is the 7-day trial of YouTube Income Vault. And I'm going to share this link, okay, that you can check out. So just join the vault. Oh, Ariana, perfect. Welcome, welcome. Absolutely. And you're here at the first Q&As. That's fantastic. So for anybody else, this is the 7-day trial of YouTube Income Vault. Oops. Alrighty. Hide. Let me just see. All right. You'll find your way. Okay, so let's continue with questions. Now we have Nikki, who is here live with us. What do I use to edit my videos for YouTube? Love this question, Nikki. And so when you are beginning to be on YouTube, try to kind of make quick decisions as far as these things. Camera editing, where you're gonna film, because you can really like just do analysis paralysis, which is not that great, right? I would say just choose, right? So what I'm going to tell you now, what I would recommend, I would say just pick one and go with it, because they all work. They all work. So to give you an example, there are a few options, of course. I have a client, she's 68 years old, and she is pretty technically, she's a little bit technically challenged, right? Just like some of us. And so for her, the script works. The script for her works because she's able to delete and edit text instead of editing the video. So she loves the script. This is how you okay. So she loves the script. I personally love DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci. Okay, this is what I use to edit. Why do I love DaVinci? It's free, it's simple, and I went through Final Cut, I went through Adobe Premiere, and I was like, you know what? DaVinci Resolve is good for me. I love it, it works, it's free, it's relatively easy, but you know, I still go to YouTube and I ask, how do I make a transition? How do I make a zoom? How do I, like, I just YouTube my way around the systems. This is the thing, guys. Don't let that stop you, because nobody went to, you know, DaVinci Resolve University. We all have to learn little by little, and we do it with ChatGPT, we do it with YouTube, and you just go one by one. Like if you want to just learn editing, just, you know, removing pauses, maybe learning a bit of zoom so that it's just more interesting. So you know what I mean, like I can be a talking head like this, and then all of a sudden I can just like come a little bit closer, or a little bit, you know, the zooming feature. But removing pauses will absolutely do, because you don't want to have like the breaths, the pauses, and because that's just doesn't make for a good experience, and also mistakes. Okay, so the script for a client of mine, DaVinci Resolve, I know people who actually, let me ask you in comments, if you are here live, let me know what you use for editing, or what you intend to use for editing, because there are many systems here. Also iMovie, people use iMovie, that's plenty, right? Some people use like Final Cut or Adobe Premiere. If you don't intend to really get into editing, I don't recommend Adobe Premiere. It's a pretty involved system. CapCut is also good. Chills is saying that CapCut is also good, but have used DaVinci in the past, so he just went with CapCut. CapCut is really good, but use the CapCut on a desktop version, right? Shills, you probably use CapCut desktop, right? Again, another CapCut. I use CapCut. I'm very technically challenged. So, Nikki, maybe CapCut will be your thing, actually. But I would recommend don't use it on the phone. On desktop, CapCut works much better and you are going to be much faster. Yes. So she'll use on the desktop. Okay. Now, Carolina says, I don't bother editing. It's record and go. I may do more in the future, but now I'll focus on hook and thumbnail. Love it. Okay, guys. So Carolina, thanks for inspiring me, because I am now going to say, if you don't want to edit, what I recommend you do, you rehearse your beginning, just like Carolina is suggesting here, your hook, the beginning. Make sure you start right away and you start strong. You can have a visual hook. You can have like, make sure you intrigue people right away because you're not editing. So that beginning, that has to be strong. Yeah, so little by little, if you're just starting out, maybe unedited video is okay if you just rehearse it a bit and start strong. Definitely focusing on hook, thumbnail, and title is key. Thumbnail and title guys go together. So focusing on thumbnail and title is basically all together. The CTR, how scroll stopping it is both thumbnail and title. Okay, Sarah uses it on desktop too. Shills says never used it on his phone. Nikki says I could try it. Yeah. So, you know, a lot of people are saying CapCut. And Nikki, have you been using CapCut for like Instagram Reels or anything? Because that can be actually quite easy. Do you like Canva for thumbnail, or what do you use? Ariana, so I know this was a question for Carolina, but I would say absolutely. Canva has such good, so many features. And what I actually recommend for thumbnail, and we're gonna have a thumbnail session, but I use Magic Grab. Magic Grab. Just learn how to use Magic Grab. Oh, Grab. Never mind. And you're gonna be ahead because that's all you need for thumbnails. You don't need more than that. Because what you need to separate yourself from the background, and you know that opens up a lot of opportunities. I do have a thumbnail video which is right in the YouTube Income Vault under the roadmap. You will see that thumbnail video there. It's like a 5-minute video that will show you how to use Magic Grab. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Uses Canva for. Okay, you use it on your phone, but you could try it on the desktop. Perfect. And so Shills has a question now. Okay, just give me a second, guys. Okay, so what are your thoughts on a niche? All right, Shills. So I love this question. Remember how we talked about impressions? Okay, yes, Shills. I know, but let me just give you quickly the difference. Removing the background, yes, but when you use Magic Grab, you can, for example, choose what's going to be removed. So if I have a glass of water here, it can confuse the background remover, but with Magic Grab, I can select this water and all myself to remove myself from the background. Or I can actually not select water. So Magic Grab gives you a selection opportunity. I love it. Anyway, so let's go back to the niche. Shills, that's a great question. When we talked about the impressions, right? So YouTube algorithm is actually a pretty smart beast. What it wants is it wants to understand who our audience is. Like, it really wants to do it. It wants to help us because YouTube wants people on the app. YouTube is not fighting against us. YouTube is on our team. It just needs signals to understand who our audience is. So going back to your niche question is like, I would not even call it a niche on YouTube, but I would say the group of people who are interested in the same topic, they have the same issues, they will be following us because they want, the answers to their question. So if somebody wants to learn gardening in the winter or something, how can their garden survive in the winter? If we have a bunch of videos about that, they're going to be following us. If they subscribe for that reason, they will be following us if they see videos about how can the garden survive in the winter. Now, if we surprise them and say, oh, you know what? I'm going to do some cooking right now because I just found a good recipe. Then a lot of people are going to be disappointed and it will confuse YouTube algorithm. So you need to follow the lane that your audience is interested in. So imagine that how to have your garden survive in the winter has like 10 steps. You want your videos to be leading, to be talking about all these 10 steps, the tools and the conditions and step by step and this, right? So, but maybe these people are also interested in something else, like having a little kitchen garden of spices as well. Okay, so to answer your questions, whatever you call it, make sure you are sending the algorithm the right signals so that it knows who to send your videos to. When you go under your suggested videos, and if you have enough views, if you have enough reach, you will see that. Keep checking what type of videos YouTube recommends your video next to, okay? Because if the gardening person veers off a bit and starts cooking, because you know what, people may be also interested about cooking, and I have a lot of passions, that video about cooking will be automatically shown next to other videos about cooking. So the audience from other videos will come to that channel and see, what are all these videos about having a garden in the winter? I don't even have a garden. And they click off. So we are going to be confusing the algorithm if we mix up the topics a bit. Okay, does anybody have questions about that? Because that is quite important of how not to confuse algorithm. And you do that also with the background, what you're saying, especially in the first sentence, what you're saying, the background, your call out, your script. Very early in the video, make sure you position your video for YouTube to know who to send it to. Okay. If I, for example, had a video about how to start a YouTube channel, and if I said, you know what, if I said, I'm now going to do a makeup remover because I have to remove makeup before I show you how to start a YouTube channel, YouTube will keep hearing makeup, 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 and it may index my video under beauty, and then I'm cooked, right? So don't start with something unrelated. Start right away. Like my first sentence is going to be, if you want to start a YouTube channel in 2026, these are the 5 steps I would recommend before you even press record. You see? right away I am putting that inside the video. Makes total sense, exactly. So if you want more impressions, be more clear with the algorithm who your videos are for. So let me give you an example of a client of mine. He does personal finance and insurance. And I love it because his videos also, we want to make sure that our videos are the countries, the age that our market is, right? And when we checked his videos are what his videos are suggested next to, we noticed that his personal finance videos are suggested next to Jim Quick, who does fast reading. That's good. He doesn't have to have his videos suggested next to other finance videos. People are very resourceful and full and watch a lot of videos online, but if somebody wants to learn how to read faster, they are his possible target market, because these are people who believe in self-improvement, who want to level up. So that can be his potential clients. Okay, so I hope this answered your question. Awesome. Let's go to more pre-submitted questions here, and I hope, Nikki, you're also clear about your editing. You know, start simple. If you feel that you want to edit words just like my clients, maybe the script can be a good idea, or just go straight for CapCut. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful. The next question is Sarah. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, it's on YouTube, not on school. I'd like to know how to safely use React or give commentary on other videos without running into problems. Okay. You know, Sarah, you won't run into problems. It's people love comments. They will welcome your comments with open arms. Like, we all love engagement and comments, because that just shows the algorithm that our video, you know, is interesting. People want to discuss under it. It's great. Okay, so this is always good. The only comments that I think are not too welcome are, one second, are comments that are just troll comments, that are just, you know, we put so much work into our videos, and then trolls come and say, oh, it's not like this, or why are you even talking? You have a small channel. So, but you're not going to be doing this. You have better things to do, right? So I wouldn't worry. I would comment. That will be always welcome. And yeah, you know, just say something about the video. And if you want to get a response, make sure that your comment is creative. It's not just like great video. Oh, it's awesome. But just maybe share your own situation. Just say, oh, I've actually been in that situation before, and what I did, or just give a compliment to the creator and say, you know, I've never thought of it like that before. This is a very fresh perspective. I'll try it. Thank you. I'll try this. Thank you so much. I mean, these comments are always welcome. And actually what happens is, when you leave a comment, some people can click on your name and check out your channel. So that is always awesome. Okay, Sarah. I mean, I want to make videos sharing my feelings about other trending videos. Okay, yeah. So be diplomatic, I would say, and open, open to discussions. I would say instead of critical, I would be more diplomatic and always be open to other opportunities and yeah, share freely. But one thing I would not recommend is getting into some like involved discussions online, because let's be honest, have we ever convinced anybody online to act differently? Probably not, right? They're gonna do what they want to do. So don't waste your time on like going back and forth and having those involved discussions, because you have better things to do. You have videos to make and publish, right? But if you probably don't want to do it anyway, just open discussion. Always great to compliment. Start with a positivity and diplomacy, I would say. So without copyright issues, yeah. So to be honest, I'm not quite sure exactly, you know, what kind of discussions could have copyright issues or anything. I'm usually just super safe. The only copyright issues are with music for me. So I'm paying a very close attention not to use music that is not like allowed on YouTube. Even sometimes with epidemic sound, unfortunately, they flag the music. So, but yeah, you're totally gonna be fine. Just make sure you just, yeah. Okay, so these were the questions. Like, let me know if you have other questions here, and then I will let you know what my suggestion is for your next step in a second. Okay, so I'm not seeing any questions here for now, so I'm just going to let you know, suggest your next step. So if you are just starting out, let's say, and if you like don't know where to start, so first I would ask myself, how ready am I to press record? If you're not ready yet, if there is some type of a block, resistance to be on video, I would work on that. And I would actually go and do Instagram stories. Instagram stories are wonderful to put yourself into the flow of filming. Film some stories. Just grab your phone and just talk to it for like 30 seconds or a minute per day and just share. At first, it can be like a voiceover and show the surrounding. Then it can be you. But get into the flow. You can also go live. And then with YouTube Prompt Playbook in YouTube Income Vault, you have the prompts that will help you overcome the camera shyness, being shy on camera. Because what I recommend you do is rehearsing a video and asking ChatGPT for a grade. So if you rehearse your video a few times, you're gonna get more confident. So stories, maybe go live, maybe even record like a pretend video for yourself, and then also use voice to rehearse your video in front, like just in front of ChatGPT. Okay. Absolutely, Sarah. Good to see you. So good. Oh, thank you so much, Ariana. So yeah, this is exactly what I would do. Now, when you are done and when you're ready to press record, then, you know, press record and go for it. Just know that you're gonna be getting better and better and better. And also know that your video doesn't have to present like your origins because it's the first video. People watch our videos not in order. So don't worry that the first video has to sound like the first video. Your first video can be advice, mistakes, your journey. You don't have to introduce yourself, just, and use YouTube prompt playbook to walk you through the whole process. YouTube is worth it. Everybody who is getting into YouTube is amazed how many opportunities YouTube presents. All right, guys, this has been amazing. I love your live energy. Thank you so much. Those of you who pre-submitted the questions, I will put the timestamp on. And lovely members, I will see you in the vault, and I will see you next week for our next live session. Thank you so much. See you.